There are several unique and new elements seen in the Godzilla variant that was showcased by Toho a couple of days back as an acknowledgement for the fans of the franchise from Southeast Asia. So before we go on to the new, never-before-seen add-ons or features to Godzilla's body in the new one, let us first read about what Toho had to say, which could probably point to a Godzilla short film that might be released later this year on Godzilla Day, marking the 70th anniversary of the G-Man. So here's what the makers of the King of the Monsters had to say.
For 70 years, Godzilla had commanded the big screens and captivated the world, and now a new roar echoes louder than ever. For the first time across Southeast Asia, the legend emerges in a powerful tribute to the fans who have kept this legacy alive. An unprecedented Godzilla marks the start of something new. This special footage honors Southeast Asia, celebrating 7 decades of Godzilla's unstoppable journey through the region's iconic landmarks. Thank you for 70 years of love, memories and passion. Witness the rise, hear the roar, the legend reigns.
Whew, that's an ending. The legend reigns. Woohoo! Anyway, we already know that Toho is ramping up its expansion for the new Godzilla franchise with an ambitious $1 billion investment, which aims to launch a new wave of new projects. The initiative appears to be underway with the introduction of a brand new version of Godzilla, this one created specifically for Southeast Asia. The striking promotional video, which has been released, showcases iconic landmarks from the region, and thus unveiling a fresh design for the King of the Monsters, one that differs from both Legendary's Monsterverse incarnation and the recent Godzilla Minus One interpretation. Toho isn't just stopping at one new Godzilla project, they're going all in. Alongside new movies being made in Japan, including a follow-up sequel for Godzilla Minus One, which might be Godzilla Minus 2, and that's called a dad joke. They're also exporting lots of new ways to bring Godzilla to fans all over the world. One of the most exciting is a brand new manga called Godzilla Galaxy Odyssey, which will launch in Japan later this year and send Godzilla into space, possibly to face off against aliens. That's not the only big news for Godzilla fans. Legendary's Monsterverse is also moving forward with its next major installment. The upcoming film is officially named Godzilla Kong Supernova, which might mean an extraterrestrial threat, so maybe Space Godzilla or maybe Gigan. Anyway, production is already underway. The movie is set to hit theaters in 2027, March 27th, which is still a long way out, so let's head on to the new Godzilla remarkable new design and reveal the new features about his body that has never been seen before. So the first one are sharp shoulder spikes. One of the most unique features of this new Godzilla is the set of sharp but remarkably and relatively small spikes sticking out from his shoulders. This is the first time Godzilla has ever had these in any version across movies, shows or comics. While they're not huge or bulky, they add a distinct and edgy look to his upper body, giving him a more armored and dangerous appearance. Think of them like natural shoulder blades, which can be turned into weapons when he rubs against the other kaijus. They're subtle but intimidating. The second one is the long ankle spikes. So another first for the franchise is the presence of long, sharp spikes on Godzilla's ankles, sticking backwards. These aren't just little bumps, they're prominent, very long, and look like they could do some serious damage if he fights other kaiju. It's not clear yet how or whether he'll use them in battle, but visually they make him look more like a walking tank. They could be useful in a kick, a stomp, or maybe even a back scratch, or when he's wrestling other giant creatures. Whatever the case may be, they make him look more lethal than ever. Then number 3, the enlarged chest spikes. So Godzilla has scales, but never has he been seen with spikes on his chest. So running down from the middle of his chest and continuing towards his belly from his neck, this Godzilla also sports a line of large bony spikes. This gives him an armored look, like a row of jagged bones forming some kind of a chainsaw in the middle. No other Godzilla design has featured something quite like this. It makes his torso look more heavily protected, even more menacing, and it might even be used as a kind of a battering ram when he charges towards its enemy head on, chest on. Now the fourth one are the unique dorsal plate movements. Like the version from Godzilla Minus One, this Godzilla has dorsal plates, the big spikes across his back, that react when they're about to unleash his atomic breath. They rise and glow as part of the power-up sequence. But unlike Minus One, where the spikes physically push out from beneath the skin, this new design keeps it simpler and more focused. Only the middle row of the dorsal plates rise higher, especially the ones near his neck, like just behind his neck, like a rich stiffening up in preparation. It's more streamlined and focused, which is a great visual effect that still conveys a surge of energy building up. And number 5, the elephant in the room, the green atomic power. So perhaps the biggest surprise is his new atomic breath color, or his atomic glow, which is green. So we're all familiar with Godzilla's classic blue atomic breath, which also sometimes glows white, and over the years we've seen variations like pink, purple, and even red, usually when he's in a burning state. Well, pink and purple for Millennium, Shin Godzilla, and the recent GXK New Empire variation. So this is the first time in the entire Godzilla franchise that a version of the character of the G-Man has a green glow associated with his atomic energy. Hell, even Zilla from the 1998 animated series only had a green breath, but not an overall green glow. This is a fresh new take that sets this Godzilla apart, like a very unique Godzilla, a one-of-a-kind, hinting at perhaps a different origin, maybe power source or mutation. It's both visually striking and symbolic of the new direction Toho is exploring. And so with that, we end this video on the different features of the new Godzilla and also the news for the Godzilla franchise. So, like if you like our content and subscribe if you haven't. Till the next time, oh yeah, check this video on the end screen. Till the next time, take care fam.